So another video I want to test out right now is the M4 Mac Mini versus the Ryzen 9800X3D on how they compare to each other between productivity app, multitasking, concentration and all that. And let's see how, they fare each other, at least on benchmarks. So the M4 Mac Mini on Geekbench single core, surprisingly has higher score than the Ryzen 9800X3D. The M4 was 3,535 versus the Ryzen 9800X3D at 3,054 on single core. Now on the multi-core though, the M4 Mac Mini was at 14,037 while the 9800X3D was at 15,691. So the Ryzen one is slightly better than the M4 Mac Mini. Under the Geekbench OpenCL though, and it was around 31,617. We were using basically integrated GPU, while the Ryzen 9800X3D, I was using the 6900XT, a dedicated graphics card for that, which resulted in 133,590. But then again, gotta compare. GPU was around $900 at that time during 2021. All right, moving on. The Vulkan versus Metal, almost the same thing. Although on the M4 Mac Mini, it actually went up at 54,672, while the 9800X3D pretty much the same at 135,885. So Metal is more optimized on the M4 Mac Mini. Now the under handbrake, the M4 Mac Mini finished at 7 minutes and 38 seconds, while the 9800X3D was 5 minutes and 43 seconds. So almost 2 minutes faster than the M4 Mac Mini right there. Encode speed on the M4 Mac Mini was 29.56 FPS, frames per second, while the 9800X3D at 39.68 FPS. And then we went to Blender. On Blender, on the CPU, it was like 107.75 and then 22. So, and then on Ryzen was 124. So like the Ryzen 900X3D has a, beat out the M4 Mac Mini by a slight margin.